Hey guys, so I'm going to show you how to set up Google Classroom. You can type just into your search bar, or if you're on Google, you can see here they have the classes button. But if you're just setting up originally to start with, it's easiest to just type in classroom.google.com and it will pop up. Now, I have classes already populated in there, but you might not. So then to add a class, you come up here to this plus button and hit plus, and you say create class. So you would put in a name. I'm just going to put in fake class just to try. You can put like what period it is, what subject it is, where it's meeting, if they all meet in the same room. Sometimes, like you can see on mine, I put the year, so that might be helpful. But you can put any of that information you want. You are required to have a class name. The rest of the stuff is optional. So then you hit create, and it will take it a minute and think about it, and it will create your class. Now, to customize this picture or to edit your name, you can come up here and say customize. You can choose a color, the theme color. You can also, and the theme color changes the like buttons. So like right here with select photo and upload photo, you can see it's changing colors when I change that. So you can change those colors to whatever you'd like. You can also hit select photo, and they will give you, so like they have English and history ones, they have math and science generic ones. You can also, if you would like to, you can upload a photo. It is kind of picky about the size of the photo, so sometimes if you're going to do specific ones, you might want to like just check this. It'll tell you if the size doesn't work, so it may be kind of a trial and error in this, but you would just select from your computer. Whichever you want to do works. I usually wait until the school year starts and get my classes with pictures, and I'll put pictures of molecules or that sort of thing. You could put pictures of, whatever you want, or you can just use the pre-made themes. So then, just so that you know, so a couple of things on here. Your students can join two different ways. So up here at the top, you have Stream, which is this page. You have Classwork, which I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. And you have the people one. So if you are co-teaching or want to share this, or if you and your collaborative PLC team want to do one Google Classroom together, you can. You would just add the teachers, and you just click on this little person with the plus, and you would type in their email, and it would send them an email invite. You can do the same thing with your students if you want to type in all of their individual emails, but that seems like kind of tedious. So I actually do that. I can show you here with my classes. I actually do that with my AP class because they have a summer assignment. So I went in and just for that class, I sent their emails, like their invites to their emails. And so they are already populated in here, and we already have a class stream going and all of that. So, but if, like, say for my CP class, I haven't met them yet, I don't know them, they would be getting an email from a teacher they haven't met in person yet. So I don't do that. I wait until the first day. And on that first day, I project this onto the screen, and I have them sign into Google Classroom and put in this class code that is right here over on the side. You can also blow it up so that it shows bigger on the screen if you want to. You can, and then they would type that in, and it would populate your class automatically. So that's how you add students to the class. So in this class, for the stream, right here, if I wanted to type an announcement to my students, I could type in, test this Thursday, something like that. Reminder, test this Thursday, or hey, don't forget to do this for homework, or hey, I forgot to upload this for your homework, here it is, or if you forget anything or you want to. Now with these announcements, you can do them to the whole class, or you can select students. So and you can also put attachments, so you can click on this and it'll let you attach something from your Google Drive. This little button is uploading files. You can add a web link or you can add a YouTube video here. You can select post, or if you want it, and if you select post, it will post it right away. Or you can select schedule and you can decide a day and a time for it to post. So if you wanted to remind them of something but not send it out until tomorrow night, you could schedule it for 7 p.m. tomorrow night or something like that. You can, let me go to one of my classes here. So I'll go to my AP class. And so you can see I've kind of assigned something. So I did a post here on July 9th asking how they were feeling about the summer assignment. Any questions? If you haven't started about it yet, no worries, all that thing. I just sent them some kind of help, and I actually got a couple of emails asking me a couple of questions after that. So that is how you post announcements. Now, to post assignments up here on classwork, when you want to, let me go back to the fake class because this looks a little daunting for you. So on classwork, if I wanted to post an assignment, I would go to the classwork tab up at the top, and then I would go create. Now here you can create a topic. So if I wanted to say, Unit 1, it would give me a topic there. I could do another one and add Unit 2. And so it's there. Those are my units. So I could add them all at once, or I can add them as the school year goes. You can add a material. A material would be something like, if I wanted to add a periodic table copy. And then you could give them a description if you want to, or like that's where I would type in directions if it's some kind of something. If I go to my drive, I can go to my drive and I can, on my classes, go to my resources, and I could post a periodic table. So you click on it and then you hit insert. It puts it in here, and then I can put it into Unit 1. And I can either up here, if I click post, it will automatically post it, or I can again schedule it so that it'll come out at a certain time. And I hit post and it shows up right there in Unit 1. That is a material. You can see this little symbol that it has here. I can also do a question. A question is where I say, how do you, or let's say, why do we balance equations? That's a question I might ask my class. I can make it short answer or multiple choice, and I can make it work. So this is a question where students will reply to each other, and they'll all post an answer. You can make it worth points, or you can make it ungraded. You can give a due date, so they have to answer by a certain time. I actually don't use this as much in chemistry. I'm going to start this year, but I have used it in AP research, where we would ask students, how far have you gotten on a certain assignment, because they have different deadlines. So we'll say, your due date is a week away. How much more do you have left? And they get like a participation grade for answering. So that sort of thing. So again, you can up here click on ask, or you can click on the little arrow and it'll schedule it for you. So that is one you can do. And I didn't put it in a topic. So if you noticed, I did not put it in a topic or in a unit. So it just came up here to the top. If I wanted to edit that, if I forgot and I wanted to edit, I click on this and I can say edit. And so then I can come over here and say, oops, I meant to put that into Unit 2. And I can save it. And then it goes back to classwork, and there it is in Unit 2. Now, another one you can do is an assignment right here. An assignment would be like worksheet 1.2, something like that. You can upload it. You can, if you wanted to, if you didn't have one made and you wanted to create it, you could create in either docs, slides, sheets, or forms. You can post a link if it's something to link to, or you can go to your Google Drive and you can search in your drive. And I'll go here. and I could put in, let's say, practice 1. And I insert. I can either, here, it gives them the document. I can make it where students can only view it, or I can make it where they can edit it. I would not make it where they can edit it because they would change the questions or could change the questions. But I often make it where it's make a copy for each student so they can do something a little, they can each make their own so it's not making a different one. Again, you can change the due date. You can change the points or make it ungraded. You can put it into a unit, 1 or 2. You can, for assignments, you can assign it to all students, or once you have the class populated with students, it'll give you a list. So if you only wanted to assign this to certain students, like if you needed to remediate for RTI, or if you were giving a bonus assignment to certain students, or if someone was absent and you needed to post it, I usually just post it for the whole class. That way it's all there. But if you hit assign, it puts it into, again, in that classwork. And there it is, worksheet. And again, you can edit if you need to. For quiz assignments, you can make a quiz assignment. It's like a test. It comes in the form of a Google form. For my math and science teachers who might need to do subscripts and superscripts, or equations, see me and I can show you. There is a widget that you can add to Google that allows you to do equations and subscripts and superscripts. So just let me know if you decide you want to use this. I typically do not. I like to give paper quizzes, so I don't do the quizzes on here as a test or a quiz, but you can make it where it would auto grade like a worksheet or something if you wanted to. And same thing, adding a topic, that sort of thing. If you accidentally do it and there's an X up here in the upper left-hand corner that you can X out of. Now, I've added all these things. If you come back to your stream, notice that it has these things listed in the stream as well, where it says I posted a new material, I posted a question, I posted a new assignment. The students, when they pull up their side of Google Classroom, the stream is the first thing that comes up. And a lot of times they don't know that there is another way to look at this. So you might want to, on that first day when you have them sign into the class, show them how to get to the classwork tab so that it's more organized for them. But they can't always find, they just might, once you get a lot of assignments in there, it's just like a constant stream. So they may have to scroll way back to get to stuff, and that gets a little tedious once we get into the school year. But classwork is where it's all organized. So once you have multiple classes, over here, if you saw where I had these little lines up in the left-hand corner, if you click on that and go to classes, it has all of your classes that you currently have open. So like I said, if I go to my AP Chemistry and I go to classwork, I've actually imported this class from last year's class. So notice that it has, some of these things are purple and like colored and some are gray. The gray ones are ones that I assigned last year, but I don't want the kids to see yet. And so they are drafts. And when you import a class in, again, I can make another video or show y'all later how to do that. But when you import a class in, everything comes in as a draft. And so then you have to go in and turn on new due dates. So I'd have to go here and edit and change my due dates and either say post or schedule. So this is how you would see stuff. For the grades, when you have an assignment that you have put that is a grade, so this is their summer assignment, once I grade it, the grades will come in here, and it would grade the way you grade stuff, if I can find one. I don't know that I can show you one right now. Maybe if I go to an archived class. These are last year's classes. So, oh, nope, not that one, sorry. Let's try another one. Archived classes. We'll go here. Okay, so grades. So you can see some of them I didn't grade on here because I didn't use Google Classroom for all of my grading. But you can see, like, for these Edpuzzle videos, I don't know why it says not turned in, but Edpuzzle does integrate with this, but sometimes it's kind of weird. But you can see, like, it'll tell you if it's done late, or here you go. Gas laws practice. This was on, I allowed them to turn it in either on paper or in Google Classroom. So they turned them in. This one turned it in on paper, so I didn't have his grade in here. But this one turned it in online. And so they submitted it online, and I was able to grade. And you put the grades in. When you are grading, so if I go to this, I click on the assignment at the top, and then I can click on the student. And these were in quizzes, so it's a little bit different, but you write the grade in here, and then you say next student, and you can enter the grade here. Let me see. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else to tell you. I believe, the other thing to let you know, with your students, once you get your grade or your class populated with people, you can invite guardians. And so, like, if I wanted to invite her guardians, I would just have to type in her parents' emails. So what I typically do is send an email out to all of the parents in the class saying, your student has signed up for Google Classroom. If you would like to be a guardian, you let me know what email to attach to it, and I will put those in. And then I just upload those in. Some parents say they want to, some parents don't. I will tell you, some of these I didn't even ask. In fact, I haven't asked AP's students yet or parents yet, but their kids were already guardians for other classes. And so it just automatically put them in. So if their kid is already active on Google Classroom and they've already asked to be a guardian, then it will automatically put them in if the kid has a Google Classroom account already. So with that, it also will link to Google Calendar. So you will go to your Google Calendar and it will put in some different things. It'll put in any assignments that you have. You can link it to your class. You have a specific class drive folder that when you go there, it has all the stuff for your class that you have uploaded into your class. Anything you upload onto Google Classroom goes into this class folder, but it also, if students turn in assignments, it will go in here. So there's tons of stuff in mine because this class is already populated, but you can see that that's how it's connected. Up here in the little gear, you can always change the name if you want to. For the stream, this is important. You can make it where students can post and comment, or you can make it where students can only comment, or where only the teacher can put stuff in the stream. I tend to make it where students can post and comment in my AP class, because this is where, if they have a question, I tell them to go on there and ask it there, because if I'm busy, someone else might actually be able to answer it before I can get to it. So I let students in my AP class post and comment, but in my other classes, I only have it where I can post and comment. So that way students aren't putting stuff that's inappropriate or asking questions that they shouldn't ask. I just kind of keep honors and CP locked down a little more. I don't want them to see deleted items, things that I've deleted. For the guardian summaries, so guardians, parents that sign up to be guardians, they would see anything that's not turned in, upcoming work, and class activity. They receive an email regularly that is a summary of what their kid is doing and not doing. So you can see, after a teacher or admin sends an invitation, guardian accepts the invitation, and they can choose when to get email summaries. So they can say, I want one once a month, or I want one once a week. So just so you know, the parents can choose when to do that. So if you invite them as a guardian, that's what they get. You can also use Google Meet through this. I have never used it. It's kind of their version of Zoom. I've always just kind of kept with Zoom. But I guess if we ever needed to, we could use this as well. For the grading calculation, I would do no overall grade because this gets a little weird. I don't know if we're going to go to this instead of my CPA, but for now I would keep it no overall grade. You can add grade categories and you can show the overall grade to the student if you want to. For now, while we're using my CPA for grading, I have to move things over, so I don't really use the grade book in Google Classroom except to transfer things over to my CPA. So I think that is it for Google Classroom. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or to ask me questions, and I will help as much as I can. Bye.